I'm going to see Grapes of Wrath, the play, at the National Theatre in a few weeks, but first, of course, I need to read the book. Hello, welcome to Recovering Book Snob. My name is Chloe. Thank you for being here. I've recently been watching films, but before I do that, reading the book, and I also read the Bridgerton book before this corresponding season came out. I'm having a really good time with videos like that, so I thought I'd extend it a little bit and do the same thing for a play. I read East of Eden last year and I really enjoyed myself. I get the impression that Grapes of Wrath is actually the more famous of the two books. So we're gonna do my usual thing. I'm gonna read this book, and at certain points when I see fit, because I'm the boss here, I will tell you how I'm finding it. And then after that, we're gonna watch the play and I'll tell you how it compares, what I think, summary, recap, summary. Okay. I'll see you maybe page 50. I don't actually know what this book is about. It's a story of false hopes, thwarted desires, broken dreams. Yet, out of their suffering, Steinbeck created a drama that's intensely human. Yeah. Hello. We have unfortunately whittled away our time. The play is on Friday and it is Monday, and in the past week I have got myself to page 100. So things aren't looking good. I'm gonna have to read 80 pages a day, including an extra 80 today, because I mean ideally we'd finish it on Thursday. I don't want to be sitting in my seat at the play desperately trying to finish this book. Having said that, it's taking a while because it just is. I'm really busy. I'm also reading Empire of Pain at the same time, which I find kind of funny because they're both the most dramatic sounding books ever. They both kind of are dramatic and they have some overlapping themes, I guess, which is kind of cool. Themes being big corpse screwing people over. But yeah, I'm wearing this top that I got at a charity shop last week and I have just been wearing ever since. In terms of how I'm finding the book, I'm really enjoying myself. I'm finding reading it very relaxing. Sorry, there's building work going on outside. It's a lot more dynamic than I thought it would be. A lot of kind of changes in perspective. You have a chapter where you're focusing very clearly on the story as it unravels and the main characters and what they're up to, and then you flip from that to chapters that kind of describe the wider state of things. As an example, it flipped to a chapter that talked about like car dealerships and used car sales and all the sneaky stuff that goes on there. And those chapters tend to be a lot shorter and they're kind of punchy as well, the way they're written. It's very kind of poetic and suddenly fast-paced. So yeah, quite cool. It also makes me extra excited for the play. I think getting that across, like I'm curious as to whether the play will try to get that across pretty much as it's written, or whether they'll do something a little bit different. See ya. Hello, it is Wednesday morning. I'm about to have breakfast. I actually did yoga this morning, pretty crazy. That's why I'm looking so shiny, because I've just moisturised my face. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to deliver. I am 160 pages in. It's bad news in a sense, but I do love a challenge. It is, as I kind of expected, very dense though, so 100 pages in this book, I'm really not finding it similar to 100 pages in some other books. But obviously, first and foremost, I want to enjoy myself and absorb it properly. It's not setting my soul on fire in the way that I found East of Eden did. We have met our family, our main characters, and they are traveling and there are a few kind of hangers-on. The reason why I think maybe it's not setting my soul on fire versus East of Eden is because East of Eden very clearly follows its kind of multi-generational, there's a lot of detail when it comes to the like sibling relationships, parent relationships, whereas here you haven't really got that detail yet. I have a feeling that element's going to ramp up as everyone gets to know each other, and that's kind of the point of the book. Like, you're meant to have a slightly, you know, a slight patchwork group, So I have high hopes that it'll pay off, but for now I'm kind of just enjoying the drama of the journey and the landscape, and just good writing, you know. It is good. It's a good to read. Okay. I'm about to have some scrambled eggs. I'm pretty pleased with my yolks, so maybe you'll get to see them. What a breakfast, guys. It's gonna be a good day. Hey! It is so hot, so muggy, hence why I'm looking a bit frazzled today. It is Thursday evening, so we're seeing the play tomorrow evening, and I have hit page 300, which I'm pretty pleased with. Quite a few things have become clear to me. I've definitely warmed up to the book in general. I'm really enjoying the sense of journey, focusing on the road and these descriptions of like the cars moving along the road, headlights in darkness. We always come back to that, or at least we come back to that at the end of most chapters, so that's quite interesting. I'm also, although we haven't had much like interpersonal relationship development, or at least not in the way that I generally like, we are getting some really good character development, and I definitely feel like I'm getting to know the characters really well, especially the women. Mar and Rose of Sharon, I'm finding very interesting. Mar in particular, it's clear that up until this point in her life, she has never really expressed her opinion, never really stood up for herself, and this journey is giving her an opportunity to like speak out. And it is cool the way you have this like physical journey, but then some of the characters are having really profound like personal journeys as well. And I think especially for Mar, because she's older, there's something really like in a way sad but also really lovely about seeing an older character experience such a big shift. It's almost like a coming of age for Mar, except usually coming of ages are obviously aimed at like much younger people, so that's cool. Another note that I have is about the dialogue. I'm just really enjoying it. I'm finding it very realistic. It just has a very different feel. You have really funny kind of ways of saying things, and a lot of things are written phonetically. Like whenever Mar, for example, whenever Mar refers to Rose of Sharon, she like mushes her name together and she's just Rosa Shan, like all in one word. And then you have a similar thing like here and there with random other words, but also with like grandma and grandpa. That's also done in a funny way. Okay, let's continue. Good morning. We're at page 395. I actually don't have much to add, but I wanted to check in because we're heading into the 400 page zone. We've got about 70 pages left. Matty, who's reading this with me, and I'll get him in to give a little review, he's finished. He finished it last night, but I did sort of start to catch up on him, so catch up with him. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Play in T-minus 10 hours, so wish me luck. T-minus 1.5 hours until play, and I haven't told them the good news yet. Wait, let me just zoom out. Just rotate. And I finished the book. I'm currently cooking dinner. I do that a lot actually. I do a lot of the cooking, so this is really usual for me. Let me take you through what's happening. So I'm charring a bit of aubergine. Here is a sauce that Matty made a while ago. It's like a tomato sauce. So we're just adding the aubergine to the sauce and having them with this pasta shape, which we're very excited about. And here is a cocktail that Matty's whipped up. The Hanky Panky.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It's an outrageous name, really. Got gin, sweet or red vermouth, and Fernet.
Yeah. Did I tell you that I've had comments asking for a tour of the vinyl collection?
Oh right, yeah.
But obviously it's mostly yours. Can't take credit.
You're asking for it now?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's
I
just
can
funny.
put a vinyl on
They
that.
think I'm cooler than I am.
You famously did buy a vinyl, right?
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it's a great collection.
Better than nothing?
Yeah, it's just a random.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's what we're going to go with. To talk about the book.
Yeah. Okay. So I finished it, and the ending itself, I've actually no spoilers. This is spoiler free, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay, that's good to know. That's good.
Well, I usually do it so
you
might catch a vibe. I might like refer to stuff, but I don't say explicitly what happens.
Okay.
What were you planning?
I was just going to talk.
Freely.
Pretty high tech setup we got here.
Yeah, just on the shelf. Overall, I feel like I appreciated the book, but I'm not obsessed. It was a big sprawling family, and like a lot of stuff just happened.
I like the book, to be fair, probably, yeah, definitely more than Chloe did. I thought the writing was strongest at the start and set the scene very vividly, and then it slightly tailed off as, like, I guess more started to happen in the story. You kind of got a bit less of that focus.
Yeah, I was just on that point. I was quite intrigued. Pardon? No, I'm back. On that point, I was quite intrigued because Matty was a bit ahead of me when I was reading it, and he said that the last 100 pages were your least favourite. And I kind of didn't find it that different to the rest of the book. Or was it more that because it was the last 100 pages you expected more?
Yeah, I think there's an aspect, so I found that ending anticlimactic. I understand why the ending was the way it was, but wasn't, like, I don't know, in tune with the quality. And I thought the scene setting was very strong. The way he describes certain things and certain, like, processes which lead to, you know, this massive displacement of people. But the way he describes it and the involvement of, you know, humans in, like, what he kind of frames as quite, like, inhuman or unhuman acts, I thought was really great, and some of, like, the better writing that I've read ever, but I haven't read that many books, so it's not that crazy. But for me, it really resonated with me as, like, quite a vivid way of describing it, and I didn't find that in the last 100 pages. And there's a chapter about, like, car selling. I hope that's not too spoilery.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's just like I really could picture that person doing those things, saying those things, which I thought was really great and really fun. I think overall it was very enjoyable. It was just so, like, hilariously bleak and never ending in the terribleness, and I think the relentless plow on attitude.
Plow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Favourite character?
I don't know. I think the best character was Ma. My favourite character.
The way, like, Pa basically didn't say anything apart from.
You go.
No, but just on Ma, on the topic, the way he only ever really contributed, like, to put her down, or he kept teasing her that he was going to start beating her because she was, like, talking up.
Yeah, that one was interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think, again, I guess for context with the book, I didn't actually know this before I started reading it, but it was a very, very controversial book when it first came out. It was actually kind of widely banned because it came out in 1939, I think. You know, he saw it, I suppose, as, like, an emasculation part, but
but Mark, the character, was so, like,
her being the head of the family and that being, like, a completely unanimous role. You know, no one would question that she was, you know, in practice. I think it was called Communist as a book when it was published, or that was, like, a big thing. And yeah, you know, there are a lot of sort of anti-capitalist sentiments. I think they're expressed in a very good way, and in a way where it's like you see the human side of why people make the decisions to, say, to, like, break the strike or something like that. A favourite character, I and again, this is maybe I didn't like the last 100 pages. I envisaged a bit more for Tom, probably.
Yeah.
I thought the introduction of him.
And when he was the person we started the book.
Yeah, he was. And I really liked his introduction. I thought, God, there's what makes him tick, and I never got the answer, which you don't always have to get the answer, I guess. But
yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how they've adapted this into a play.
Yeah, I read some reviews actually. Some reviews came out.
Oh yeah, because it started.
I said mixed reviews, like 3-star.
Okay. Oh, okay. We'll see.
But
as experts on the book now.
Just to finally answer your question, yeah, I'd say favourite character would be Tom, probably. I'm looking forward to seeing the portrayal of Ma in the play the most.
I'm excited to see
Who's Cherry Jones, her name? You know, she's a very accomplished actor, so
she's the Succession.
Yeah, plays Man in Succession.
God, she's got a funny name. Man.
Yeah, so and it'd be cool to see what the preacher.
Yeah.
See what he's like.
Okay. Kettle's boiling. The pasta's on its way. We'll see you in a bit. We'll tell you how we find the play. Maybe get some footage at the theatre. As in not during the play.
Yeah.
I would never
illegally record the whole play.
Yeah. Illegal recording in 3 seconds. Okay. Woo. Yeah, Tom Joad's rig. He was tensing as well, do you not think? I mean, you would. It's kind of awkward.
Especially in the water scene, it's like a ton of shine.
How'd you find the play?
Huh?
How'd you find it?
I thought it was good. I have more than my thoughts about it.
Okay, let's let you digest them.
Yeah.
What did we think?
Of the play?
Of the play.
Of the yeah.
Of the play
so
and
play.
kind of versus the
The
book.
play was good. It was I was quite captivated, but I did enjoy it. But there were some elements they tried to modernise it slightly. So there was musical interludes.
Oh, you didn't like
which
that?
Really put me off. Actually, I just didn't like it. And to me, it took away from the really sort of destitute, desperate situation that they were in.
That's true. Actually, it did make it feel a bit like a musical.
Yeah. It was a bit too. Even though the music wasn't happy, but it was just very beautiful, and I kind of felt it just didn't fit. And then there's also some slow-mo fighting scenes,
yeah.
and I thought they were very naff actually, unfortunately. But I mean, the setup in National Theatre is so cool. They had this
the water
thing. I thought that was really nice actually. I thought it kind of
got to see Tom Joad's rig.
Yeah, he's, Tom Joad having
Steinbeck never said he was ripped.
That is not canon, so. But yeah, no. Overall was good. I think we both thought they cut in the right places. The narrative thread was there, and it was correct. They cut out things. Then unfortunately, the bits that I loved about the book, so more of the scene setting, more of the and I guess through the loss of that, it was the message was less political, which to me was so foundational for the book. But I would say if you liked the book, I'd recommend going and seeing it. The ticket's £30, which I think for live theatre is really good.
Why are you looking all
The
suspicious?
camera looks like it's pointing quite far down, but I don't know.
No, it's not.
I'm no expert, obviously.
Yeah, no, I am. So.
yes, I know.
No, I thought that now that I've seen the play.
And to you,
Oh right.
because you're talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I can film you if you want.
Well, it's quite zoomed in actually.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that now that I've seen the play, I think to do a Grapes of Wrath play well, what are you doing? You sort of need to just go all in and make it quite abstract, take a lot of artistic liberties, I think, because I feel like they tried to be really, really true to the story, and kind of it was quite a traditional play. And I think when you're seeing it like that, it makes you ask, like, what are you really adding by making this a play? Which is what some of the reviews said.
Yeah, I think they tried that
The director's
with
personality.
the music and with the fight scenes, but I think we just didn't like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But, I don't know, but I agree with, and I think another thing was like, it didn't capture like the landscape well.
Yes, which is like a big part of what was really beautiful about the book.
And it's like the transition from barren, like windswept, dusty Oklahoma to just this kind of Garden of Eden-esque landscape of California, you know, really green and lush. But that is then offset with like the fortunes of the family not mirroring that transition, right? Like, you know, spoiler alert, it doesn't go as planned. Consistently like miserable book.
Yeah.
Because that was what it was like during those times in those areas. So that was kind of missing, and I didn't mind, you know, the set, because the set wasn't elaborate. I think that was right, but then the places that they tried to modernise or put their own spin on it just didn't work for me. Actually broke the immersion, if anything, and kind of reminded me of like, I don't know, you see those skits on TikTok of like,
oh no, where's this going?
You know, it's like Lambda, or you just like amateur dramatic sort of stuff. That's what it reminded me of.
The comparison to amateur dramatics,
you know what
TikTok,
I mean, though,
is
with
really
like the slow-mo
rough.
fighting. I'm like,
yeah, you had really beef with that.
I do have beef.
My main beef was with Pa.
Actually, really, every time he said something.
I think because I've done this right with books. If I hate a character too much or in a particular way, it makes me not think the content is good. Like, I sometimes struggle to see past it with certain characters. I have this with Frankenstein, and I had it again with Pa. Like, I don't think he's meant to be a particularly likable character, but
I think he's meant to be particularly characterful.
Yeah, but he just rubbed me up the wrong way, and I ended up commenting to Matty at half time at the interval. I was like, I just don't think that actor's very good, and Matty was like, no, I think he is good. I think he's just meant to be like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna finish it there. Yeah. Any more things to say to the lads?
Things to say. I thought individual performances. I thought Cherry Jones was good.
Yes.
But I kind of wanted a bit more. I felt like the sternness like wasn't actually there.
Yeah,
there are a lot of instances in the book where she really lays the law down with the whole family.
Yeah,
like she just says, no, we're doing this. And you kind of get that at the end, but not really.
Yeah, like she's clearly in control in the play, but it's not in the same way.
There's also more back and forth between her and Pa.
Ugh, bloody Pa.
Whereas he just folds in the play.
Yeah.
She says it once and he agrees. Whereas in the book there's a lot more, because again, he still thinks, I guess, and sees himself as like this patriarchal figure, but in practice he's not.
Yeah, not having him resisting as much means that you don't get to see Ma then doubling down, which is kind of the whole,
power she holds is like in such like a patriarchal society, she still holds that position of power, which wasn't really reflected in the play.
So true. So true. I hope you liked our analysis. Comment down below if you want to see more of Matty. Comment down below if you want Matty to start his own booktube. No, don't comment if you want to see less of him. I'll block you. Because I can! Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a lovely week. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Goodbye!